Hi there Poke fans, I am your humble host Jarzit fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. And today we are going to attempt to defeat old Berg over here. We have to complete all of these button pushing to open up these gates in order to reach Berg in the first place. And if any of you have been following me from the start, you would know that I now have 2 of the 3 original trio that was available in the first generation, but only 2 of that specific trio was allotted the privilege of getting a 3rd evolution. But let's see how things go from here. Sewaddle is our first opponent. Let's see if we can actually do any damage to it. Okay, Fluffy, you have to come back because you're not quite caught up to the level that you have to be. But I think Fluffy would have been able to defeat Sewaddle depending on what attacks it has. And if I remember correctly, it has low kick and it has a cross drop, but I am becoming disillusioned with cross drop because it's not very accurate. But Elekid and Electabuzz and Electivizor will get very good attacks later on. I will make sure of that. We've defeated this Sewaddle. It cost us quite a lot of HP. The Chinchar grows to level 21. Dwebble is next. Chinchar might actually do quite well against Dwebble because of its rock typing. Chinchar was specifically not used for the first fight because of the grass typing. It has sturdy, the bugger. Luckily it's just a 2-hit attack. It could have been much worse if it was a 5-hit attack. Although one of those hits should have been or was necessary to be a critical hit before it would actually have taken out Chinchar, even if it was a 5-hit attack. Okay. What am I doing? Okay, I'm taking an item over there. What item did I take? Okay, that's the experience share. So let's give that to Fluffy so that we can catch him up to the rest of the team, because that's the main point of doing it the way I'm doing it. But first I'm going to go heal up so that I don't have to use my items in order to try and heal up. But these bloody honeycombs require that you go through the center and not off to the side. In case you were wondering why I was struggling like that. But we're back. And now we have to squish through this honey again, and then through this honey as well. It's quite irritating that it closes up behind you so quickly. I would have hoped that it stays open for a second or 2. That guy didn't even attack us because we've already fought him. Okay, that's one pillar of that gate open. This is the second pillar, I think. Or is that somewhere else? Okay, I'm first going for this button over here. Okay, that opens up that gate over there. Did I actually do the correct thing over here? Okay, Jilton, you're going to do these fights for us. Stunfisk, you're up top as well. Because Lantern is, not Lantern, Chinchar is at an appropriate level at the moment. Okay, what happens if I push this button? Let's not do it. Okay, that button was pushed, so that gate over there opens. Okay, now we're going to push this button. Where did you come from, dude? I thought you would be waiting for me inside that honeycomb over there. Okay, let's fight this clown. get them over and done with. He also has a Swaddle. That is the one cool thing of these generation of games. They are more reliant on their own generation of Pokemon than they are on previous generations of Pokemon. And this is only the third gym, so up until at least the fourth gym, or at least the third gym, let me correct myself. I think all gyms should be exclusively dependent on its own Pokemon, unlike was the case in the Johto games. They were mostly dependent on the first generation of Pokemon. What is your opinion on this matter? Please leave a comment in the comment section below. And also please help me reach 15 subscribers. I would very much like that. I was trying to simp for that in the previous playthrough, but none of you actually wanted to do that, and that is your choice. And but I would really appreciate it if I could actually just get one more subscriber. That'll leave me open to a simp for 4 more subscribers to get to 20. Yeah, that is the point of the game. Okay, this gate opens up. And that one. Oh, cool. So which gate am I going to go for first? Let's go through this one, but I need to go through the center. I was thinking in that other gate that person would be waiting like this one is over here. But it wasn't. So we're fighting another clown. He actually has a Venipede. This is a bloody good Pokemon. In my opinion, it is much better than the bloody grass and bug type. Bug and poison is a very good combination, and this Venipede becomes very, very strong. Anyway, the name I was looking for was Swaddle, now that I see it over here. Why am I switching to Chinchou for Swaddle? Is it because I'm aiming to use Bounce, which is not that strong of an attack? Okay, so I was aiming for Bounce. I didn't mean that it's not that strong of an attack. It's really strong, especially against Swaddle, but it's not that accurate. Okay, so we've defeated this guy over here. So far things have gone quite acceptable. So we just push this button, that opens the first gate or the first tower towards Burke. So now we have to find that last button. No, it's not this button over here. I think I have to go around. Oh, there it was. Why didn't I push that button while I was there? I just fought the clown and I forgot all about pushing the button. Okay, so now the gate to Burke is open. Let's see our squad quickly. They look in fairly good shape, but let's go to the Pokemon Center to heal up to 100% so that we don't regret not having full health with Burke. For the point in the game, this bug type gym is actually quite good, and I think, and I may be wrong with that, you may leave your comment in the comment section below describing that for me, but I think about the third gym is the maximum height a bug type gym can get. But now we're going to go and face Burke. Is it this gate over here? I think, okay. Why didn't I fight you yet? Okay, I did fight you. Okay, here we are. This is where we go to Burke. these purple stairs are a dead giveaway. And here we are. Now in the newer generation, like Black and White 2, this area that he is at is much more extravagant and looks prettier. But I prefer the layout of this gym over the other one. I like having to struggle through these honeycombs, even though the act of struggling is irritating and I don't really like that. But a mixture between the two would be quite nice, with the silk in the second, in Black and White 2, with all of those silk cocoons that you have to go through, as well as this honeycomb over here. But they missed a great opportunity over here, and it's because of the availability of whatever is available, and the fact that I've just praised it for using its own generation of Pokemon. But this would have been an excellent example of a gym leader leaning into the whole aesthetic, and him being a beekeeper, especially in this generation. He could still have his Livani as his ultimate, but it would have been nice if he had a Beedrill as well as a Vespa Queen as well. Granted, that would have put him liable for a 4th gym badge, or being able to be a 4th gym in the series. I think that would justify that. Maybe even 5th, but that is about as high as I will put it. Once again, I ask you to raise your opinion on the matter, especially down there in the comment section below, because it does really help the algorithm, and it spreads out my reach, so I might, by someone else, gain that extra 1 to 5 subscribers that I so dearly desire. This is going quite well. He uses hyper potions, the bugger. Granted, I also use hyper potions, so he's not that much of a bugger, but I thought this Dwebble had sturdy. Apparently it didn't have sturdy. But now I come with the ace Pokemon, Livani. Livani is a bloody awesome Pokemon, even though it has a 4 times weakness to almost everything. It is very fast and it hits really hard. Now I'm wondering if I can outspeed it and do a nice bounce. I did outspeed it. I don't know how I outsped it, but I did, and I hit it with a 4 times effective attack. It goes for a string shot, lowering my speed. So that means I need to hit a second bounce, and if he attacks me first with a leaf blade, it luckily misses with that razor leaf. But if he did hit and it was leaf blade, Chinchou would have been out. But as it is, I win this battle with 2 bounces, and Berg didn't actually give me as much difficulty as I was thinking he might, which is kind of disappointing. But what do you guys think of the beekeeper aesthetic in this specific game? Do you think that would have been better than it is currently, or do you think they chose the perfect Pokemon for him? Well, on my own, I think they did choose the best Pokemon for him, but I was really hoping for them to do the aesthetic of being a beekeeper. I get Struggle Bug. That is an awesome attack, especially if you have bug types, or you have someone that can actually learn that attack. It is very effective against dark types and psychic types. Okay, so let's go leave this area here, and as you might predict, since this is a short episode, I'm just going to the Pokemon Center, trying to get out of this little maze over here. Now you may watch the rest of how I struggle to get out of this gym and get to the Pokemon Center. And just as I leave, Bianca calls me. How appropriate. This is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.